Meadow Lake Wind Farm was a development that our company started back in 2006. Started prospecting the state of Indiana for new wind sites and has become actually the largest project in our company's portfolio. So in 2009 we built Meadow Lake 1, it was a 200 megawatt wind farm, and then 2010 we built Meadow Lake 2, 3, and 4. It was an additional 300 megawatts. And the project we're talking about today is Meadow Lake 5, and a project that's under construction this year in 2017. Meadow Lake itself is in White County, Indiana, about halfway between Indianapolis and Chicago. I-65 runs right through the middle of the projects. We've built 500 megawatts at Meadow Lake back in 2009 and 10, and had actually developed and permitted Meadow Lake 5 with the intention of building that phase back then. The development sat there for a few years until the technology continued to improve, the cost of wind came down, and the time was right in 2015 when we started talking with Hoosier and other off-takers about the project. We were able to deliver it at a much more effective cost and dusted the project off and started redeveloping the project and getting it ready for construction. Everything is staged. There are crews chasing each other. So one crew goes in and does the access roads and the public road work. Once that's done, you have multiple crews out there doing foundations. And as those foundations are curing, they're moving on to others. As a foundation cures, the turbine deliveries actually begin. So there's really activity going on all over the site, spread across thousands of acres. At the same time that we're trying to coordinate with our farmer landowner partners, right? They're out there doing their business in the spring, and we can't stop them all together. And so there's a little bit of a delicate dance between, us getting our job done as fast as we can, but also not disrupting the farmers. And for a power plant, it's essentially, a little less than 1 year from an open farm field to a fully operational power plant that's delivering power to the grid. It's something else to see. And something we're very proud at our ability to manage that sort of controlled chaos to bring these projects online.
Behind me is a blade for the Vestas 110 meter rotor diameter. This technology is a 2.0 megawatt machine. We have 50 going in at the site for a 100 megawatt project.
There are 4 sections to these towers. There's a base, a lower mid, an upper mid, and the top. This nacelle was just landed on the top section probably about 30 minutes ago, so we've got our torquers up there rattling down some bolts to secure the nacelle to the top section. The next step, these guys are going to unhook from the nacelle and fly those blades. So right now we've got a Vestas supplied blade gripper that we're using to attach on to a 54 meter blade. And once they get connected on there, it'll take probably a 10-15 minute ride up to the hub at 90 meters. And then a couple of guys that are crawling around that hub up there will secure 90 bolts to that blade onto the hub.
The technology is dramatically improved with a huge uptick in the amount of energy we're able to produce from this plant, the cost at which we're able to produce power from that plant. The blades are 55 meters, so the blades have grown significantly. The tower height has gone from 80 meters to 95 meters, and all that translates into higher wind production, and in turn a much lower cost for the energy. The power purchase agreement itself, Hoosier has agreed to buy 75 megawatts. Wabash Valley Power is taking the remaining 25 megawatts of the 100 megawatt plant for the 20-year period. Meadow Lake 5 wind farm, on average, would serve about 20,000 Hoosier homes per year. In the instance of White County specifically, where Meadow Lake is located, has been very open. People are excited about the economic development that comes with it, so the land payments, the construction jobs, the operation and maintenance jobs, the property taxes, all that economic activity that is generated by these very large capital-intensive projects. Indiana has been a willing host.
At the time we started this Meadow Lake wind farm, there was only one other county in the state of Indiana that had turbines, so our experience rate was 0. We had a lot of questions, we had a lot of concerns. People become familiar with EDP renewables, become confident, and it's something that works well with this ground in this area. There's some really good farm ground in this area, and I love the term wind farms. It fits well with what we actually do out here is farming. So the two work well together. We're doing the right thing. It's something that has to be done.
The landowners and the community support has been phenomenal. We really do, as a company, try to build a project in the most respectful way, and the landowners saw that through Meadow Lake 1, 2, 3, and 4 construction. So signing up landowners here and working with the county commissioners, people knew what they were going to get into, and it's been wonderful to work in this area with a lot of support for wind energy.